A prominent narrative in the cryptocurrency sphere for years has been the dispute between Ripple and the SEC, and a notable development has lately emerged. Ripple Labs has been contesting the SEC's claim that its XRP cryptocurrency should be classified as a security, which would impose more rigorous regulations. This legal dispute has had extensive repercussions not alone for Ripple, as well as for the entire cryptocurrency industry. Suddenly, when it seemed the case would persist indefinitely, the SEC proposed a settlement with Ripple, potentially representing the breakthrough the cryptocurrency industry has anticipated. However, that is not the entirety. The CEO of Ripple has disclosed a surprising fact: $2,354. What does this indicate? What is the importance of this figure, and how will it impact Ripple XRP and the cryptocurrency sector in the future? If Ripple consents to this proposed settlement, it could save its reputation and avert a protracted and costly legal dispute, but there may be stipulations that complicate the matter. The fundamental inquiry is to the benefits for Ripple and the implications for XRP's price, which has varied throughout the judicial procedures. Will a settlement enhance confidence in Ripple's future, or could it introduce unforeseen challenges? Furthermore, the CEO of Ripple, Lewis, enhances the mystique surrounding the figure. Initially, $2,354 may appear arbitrary. However, numerous inquiries exist among investors and the general populace over this breach, which may have significant ramifications. This video will elucidate the essential aspects of the SEC's settlement plan, the implications of the CEO's disclosure, and if this sum signifies a broader financial concern or a pivotal decision in Ripple's strategy. The potential impact of many factors on XRP's future. To fully understand the implications of the SEC's settlement plan, remain attentive as we explore the details of this developing news. It is essential to initially step back and analyze the historical context of this legal conflict for individuals who may be unfamiliar. The conflict between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple commenced in December 2020. The SEC initiated legal action against Ripple, asserting that the business sold XRP, which the SEC classified as an unregistered security. The SEC stance was clear: Ripple violated U.S. securities laws by marketing XRP as an investment without complying with the appropriate requirements. Ripple has always asserted that XRP does not constitute a securities, instead a digital currency such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are not subject to the same regulatory obligations. This case has sparked discussions over the future of cryptocurrencies, particularly Ripple's. Should the SEC succeed, it may set a precedent that affects numerous other digital assets, facilitate increased autonomy and diminished regulatory oversight for other blockchain initiatives. The lawsuit has seen stressful and uncertain moments as Ripple has countered the SEC's charges, with both parties presenting arguments in court. Simultaneously, the cryptocurrency market has been eagerly anticipating the result of the case, contemplating its potential effect on the valuation of XRP. Following months of protracted legal disputes, the announcement of the SEC's proposed settlement is astonishing, as many within the cryptocurrency sector anticipated that the case may persist for years without a definitive resolution. The notion of a settlement may indicate that all parties are prepared to progress and circumvent a trial, yet it is crucial to acknowledge that this numerous specifics remain to be resolved, and it is uncertain what concessions Ripple would need to make to reach a settlement. For instance, would it necessitate the payment of a penalty or the acknowledgement of any misconduct? These are the inquiries that Ripple, the SEC, and the cryptocurrency industry must resolve prior to finalizing any agreement. The plan from the SEC may seem as a method of resolving the case, although it may have lasting implications for XRP and Ripple. Having established that the SEC has recommended a settlement, let us analyze its implications for Ripple and its potential impact on XRP. In such a scenario, a settlement would enable both parties to, although it may appear advantageous for Ripple and the SEC to circumvent the protracted and costly proceedings of a whole trial, it is crucial to recognize that a settlement may entail stipulations. The SEC may require Ripple to accept specific conditions or acknowledge certain facts to expedite the resolution of the lawsuit. One of the most critical questions is whether Ripple would be required to remit any fines or penalties stipulated in the settlement. Should Ripple be compelled to agree to a financial settlement, it might substantially impact its fiscal health and future strategies. Although the acknowledgement may be part of a settlement to conclude the legal dispute, Ripple's reputation could be adversely affected if the business is compelled to acknowledge any misconduct. Conversely, settling may permit. A settlement may be perceived as a favorable indication for XRP investors, since it would eliminate the legal ambiguity that has persisted over the company for years. The price of XRP is significantly affected by the resolution of this lawsuit. This would enable Ripple to advance without the impending uncertainty of a protracted trial. Investors are meticulously observing each development. A resolution may provide clarity and stability for Ripple supporters and XRP holders, perhaps enhancing confidence in the asset and elevating its price. Nevertheless, contingent upon the stipulations Ripple may possess, a resolution could also include disadvantages. To modify its operational protocols or comply with new regulations that may constrain its future autonomy. If the settlement includes provisions that restrict Ripple's operations or impose rigorous compliance obligations, it may ultimately lead to a less advantageous environment for the company. The inquiry next arises as to whether Ripple would consent to these conditions. Will they conclude the legal battle in exchange for a resolution, or will they jeopardize facing court proceedings once more? At this moment, the potential deal between the SEC and Ripple represents a substantial advancement. The narrative has taken another pivotal turn. The $2,354 revealed by the CEO of Ripple may initially appear little, but the timing and context of the disclosure may render it more consequential than it first appears. Elicited numerous inquiries, particularly regarding the rationale behind the CEO of Ripple's disclosure of such a substantial amount and its implications for the company's future. The $2,354 amount may be ascribed to various sources, although one of the more credible hypotheses is that it pertains to a business or personal transaction linked in some kind to the example. Some perceive it as a mere oversight, while others assume that this disclosure is a deliberate strategy to alter the narrative around the Ripple case. One perspective is that it may constitute a component of a broader effort to control public perception or convey to investors the underlying realities. Ripple's CEO's disclosure of such extensive information may suggest an internal decision-making process or a financial